I'm King T'Challa. Ah, man. You guys, I'm sorry I've been unavailable. I know people have been looking for me. I've been touring the world. Yeah, I've been to like 15 countries in the last 5 months. Via VPN. This OTT is a trick. Now I'm back, I'm paying OTT. But have you guys realized that OTT has taken us back to the Stone Age? I know some of you are a fan of OTT, and I'm like, okay, fine, we have to collect taxes as long as we know where it's going. The problem I have with OTT is now we've gone back to letter writing because it's cheaper. Like people are making booty calls via the post office. Like, hey bear, I hope this letter finds you well. What if it doesn't? It's like, yeah, it's been a while, I haven't seen you in a minute, so whenever you get the time, holla at your boy. You know, guys try to sound slick in letters. Yours truly, D.O. They don't want to put the actual initials, or they put Omara D. Stop cutting your names short, by the way. It looks cool when it's names like Omara D. When it's names like Sesangula Bana, don't. It's not the same effect. But what makes me happy is how Ugandans write letters and then put dedications at the end. You guys still do that? You remember dedications? Where you add a song at the end of the letter just to further express what you meant to say. People would write beautiful poems like, you're the life force through which I exist, so without you I can't be. You're the atmosphere in which I can breathe, so without you I can't live. You being the main constituent of my being, for your being, this life I would give. Because when Mother Nature looks out her window, you're the most beautiful thing she sees. Dedications. Kill You by Eminem. They always messed up the dedications. OTT is a trick. So I walked in here to do my set, and from the moment I arrived, I noticed there's this ad running on the screen, Tuve Mukavera. And I am in total support of it. Let's have a round of applause for them. We need to support this. We need to protect our environment. The word I'm getting from everyone else in Africa is Uganda is one of the greenest countries in the world, one of the most fertile, both land and people. Like, that's how good we are as a nation. Now, I have just one favor to ask for the guys who are banning Kavera. Let me inquire, what alternative do you have for Rolex? Because Kavera is the natural habitat for a Rolex, right? From what I know, this is my personal experience. As far as I'm concerned, a Rolex is supposed to be eaten in Kavera for one reason. The revolutionary soup. You guys know what I'm talking about. I can't be the only broke person here. That soup that gathers at the bottom of the pot, the mixture of the eggs and every other vegetable you have in that cup, usually it's pinkish, reddish, sometimes green, depending on what you put in it. Sometimes it has chili, sometimes orange. The ultimate mixture is at the bottom of the kavera. That thing that you eat your Rolex, no matter how much you need to enjoy your roller, there's always that last part at the bottom that you're going to have and feel. So you tie the top of the kavera and put it into one cup pouch like so. Then you bite the bottom and just That revolutionary soup. How are we going to keep it in the roller using paper bags? I need to know. That's all I'm asking. I'm not against the campaign. I just need to know, because paper bags are not as effective at holding water as any other thing. When you eat a roller from a paper bag, people can track you down and kill you based on the trail of your soup. Like, I'm looking at the soup, it seems it went that way. Like, we have to be careful. The other thing I hate about Rolex in paper bags is the fact that these paper bags are recycled. It's people's application forms, people's HIV results, like health campaigns. Like the other day I'm eating a Rolex, I didn't know it was a calendar for a dysentery campaign. There's a guy squatting on my roller. Drink boiled water, it's safer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me, Daniel Omara with
Pablo, what is up? How are you guys? How are you? Obi. Hey. Hi people. How are you? Hi mom. I'd like to send my shout outs to my parents, my family. It's your show. How are you doing, Pablo?
Good to see you, Daniel.
Too, man. It's been a while.
Yeah.
How's
the
my
last time
suit?
I saw you, the Dead Sea was still thick. This one?
I know, yeah.
It fits me now.
I know, man.
I lost some weight.
I like it.
Good to see you. Actually, one of my favorite country songs is Daniel, my brother.
Oh, my goodness.
You are so good to me. Do you still feel the same? Okay, I don't know the words, but
You are old.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can almost see Daniel.
Thank you.
Good to see you,
That's it
Daniel.
too.
10 years doing stand-up comedy.
Oh, no.
What does it feel like?
It's amazing. I'm actually surprised I've lasted this long. No, to be honest with you,
Yes.
I never thought of being famous when I walked into this industry. Me, I just came here to be funny. And things began to happen. So now I'm like, 10 years later, I'm like,
10
I've been fooling around for 10 years and it has worked. I might as well start taking it seriously now. So, yeah.
Actually, I'm one of the biggest fan of your show. It was called Business Unusual.
Oh.
Raw.
How am I not in jail for that show?
Yeah, the satire. I mean, it was crazy. I loved every bit about it. It was very well thought through. And yeah, sure.
It was the most fun I've had. You don't get to troll Museveni often.
Okay, you didn't say that.
No, it's why I enjoyed it. He's a very understanding man.
Ah.
He let me get away with that show.
Oh,
I'm like,
yes,
so that is the
yes.
compromise for me,
Yeah.
I think.
Great. So, looking at these last 10 years, there have been highs and lows. But I normally like to hear the highs because that's what defines the comedy.
Yeah.
What was your best moment ever in this industry?
Best moment ever. It's hard to pick just one.
There are several.
Yeah.
Oh.
Several, like, I think for me personally, okay, I've had mine.
Yes.
But the one that always comes back to me is seeing a young talent thriving on stage. Like you know when you see someone and you had your fear at the beginning of the show, you're like, oh, they're going to be funny. Are we
Yes.
dying today? Because you know when you put someone on a lineup, you're taking a risk. And then they get on stage and surprise you and everyone else. I'm always there like, they grew up so fast. But it's beautiful, and I've seen it happen many times over and over. And for me, I think that's one of the moments I enjoy the most.
Yes, and I think I like the fact that you've entered into mentorship and helping young comedians through your show, Just Another Comedy Show, and giving young comedians a platform. I think that's setting the right precedence. So, as Daniel Omara,
Yeah.
where do you draw the line between the comedian and the real guy, the copywriter, the teacher?
Yeah. For me, the comedy ends on stage. Yeah.
But when you move out and somebody says, make me laugh.
That's your problem. Okay, look. not to be mean, but in all fairness,
Let Amin died.
it's a trap. Hey, Amin died.
Yeah.
It's a trap when someone says, make me laugh, because you don't know what they're going through in life.
Yeah.
You might have been evicted and I have a joke about landlords. Will you be happy? So at the end of the day, so normally when someone says, make me laugh, I ask,
Yes.
what profession do you do? They're like, I'm a bank. I'm like, give me money.
Yeah.
So that they pick up on how it feels, because sometimes you just also want to chill and live your normal life. But yeah, it's for me, I think stage is where the comedian lives.
Yes.
On a normal day, I'm not even trying to do jokes. We're just talking random stuff. So when you say make me laugh, you're putting a lot of pressure. Let's just have a conversation. Stupidity will flow.
Wow. So do you pick it from your dad, mom, cousin, or neighbors?
Oh, this one is a combination. Yeah, my dad brings the logic, my mom brings the mouth. You get, because my mom is a talker. That is the scariest human being I've ever met in life. She's sweet, she's beautiful, she's adorable. When she opens her mouth, you're like, are you sure we have a relationship, a paternal relationship? My mom has threats. She is the master of threats. Like my mom once told me, Omara pikana ote depulahi bukoto. In my language, we were staying in Kamocha. What she told me is, I will slap you so hard, we'll pick your teeth from Bukoto. Now, no one can get hit that hard. Eh?
A distance from where you are to
up to
600 kilometers.
Yeah, like Shell, Bukoto, those ends, Bukoto Brown Flats, you get. Like, it's not a short distance. And then you just go to your room and sit down and ask God, but if my real mother is somewhere out there, please show her to me. I know I look like this one, but I'm not sure right now. Like, and then my dad is just the guy who likes to swear things. Like, he has been playing mind games with us his entire life. When I was 14, my dad calls me downstairs and he's like, Daniel, I want you to read that. He has just bought a new poster. Brand new poster. He has put it up on the wall and he said, read it to me. And he sat back in his chair. And it said, by the time we realize our parents were right, we have children who think we are wrong. Basically, he's telling us, you don't have the right to an opinion anymore.
Yes.
I know what I'm doing. It's you
who
thinks I'm wrong. So he preempted our attacks. He's like, you're not going to catch me off guard. Now I'm a combination of the two.
A loud mouth?
Mouth and mind, yeah.
A very cunning.
Yeah, you have the one on the other side. So balance me. I just fell in things. I didn't ask for this. Yeah, the irony is I'm not the funniest guy in the family. I'm just the most famous one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's the funniest then?
Woo-wee. I have an elder brother called Charlie. He explains
Like
everything.
Charlie Chaplin.
Yes, he doesn't use shillings as a currency. This guy uses what's near him.
Uh-huh.
For him, everything is a currency. So you tell him, nigga, this, how much does that poster cost? Like 150,000. And the guy's like, man, how many Rolexes are those? Like he's always thinking in another currency unit, and then
Looks at things in terms of food.
yeah, I think in terms of food, alcohol. He's always gauging things. Like Charlie broke down for me why people throw up when they mix alcohols. It's like, Kati, you see, like now you take a liquor, it goes in the stomach and sits there, and it's like, this is my spot. Then you follow it up with a beer, and the beer gets there, and it's like, who are you? And why are you here? Then the liquor is like, who do you think you are? And they fight, and one of them has to get thrown out, but they both fall out of the club. And that's why people vomit when they drink different kinds of alcohol. I was like, this boy has a problem.
Because of intrusion.
Yes, but it's very entertaining. He's
Yeah.
crazy. He looks like a Munyakole. I don't know where I went wrong. If I had his face, I'm sure I would be further in life.
It'd be for opportunities. Huh?
I do not know, I'm not sure. But
Hey.
we can adjust the nose.
You can adjust
it
the
grew
nose,
in
but
the
you
wrong
know-
direction. Supposed to go like this.
Yes, it's not longer, it's wider. But that's a good thing, you get enough oxygen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you-
breathe properly. Just
You breathe enough.
be proud. Just,
You
like I can tell what perfume people are wearing in the audience.
You can even smell the rain. So Daniel, you've been 10 years in comedy, and I've seen you start shows, and people know you as a teacher. So do you still practice it? Do you?
No.
Why?
I love the kids, I love the children, but that is a lot of work. I'll be honest with you. And it's not that I'm scared of education. I actually enjoyed being a teacher. It was fun while it lasted. It was a lot of work, but it was fun. My fear in being a teacher was meeting myself in a classroom as a student.
Okay.
Yeah. Just imagine you're in front of class, teaching the classroom, and then there's a Daniel Omara in the corner.
Looking at you.
A replica of you. Why does it scare me? Because I am the only person I don't know how to deal with in life. You get, like, I'm the only guy I can't tell what to do. Now, when I meet a version of me, I'm like, now, how do Sitani? How do I conquer this little one? Yeah, and you have, that was my biggest fear for the longest time. And I kept running into similar versions, but I never quite found the one. So I left before I could run into that person.